In this video, we're going over how moisturizers actually work. There are a lot of different moisturizers out there on the market, with different ingredients that claim to do different things. But in this video, we're taking a look at the three fundamental ingredients to make up the function of all moisturizers. But first, we're going to look at the skin's own ability to keep itself in a hydrating and healthy environment. Here we see the skin cells, also known as keratinocytes, that starts out in these cylindrical cells at the bottom and then differentiates into these flat ones at the top. And the flat corneocytes at the top are highly organized in this brick-like structure so that they overlap and are tightly packed. And this functions as a mechanical barrier to prevent water from coming into the skin environment and also for water to leave the skin. And the keratinocytes at lower levels release these fat-packed vesicles, also known as granules, into the higher corneocyte layer, creating a fatty membrane known as the lipid lamella that ends up filling in these empty spots between the brick-like corneocytes and further improving this mechanical barrier against the water. Now we're going to take a look at the skin's natural defensive mechanism when the surrounding environment gets too dry. Let's take a look at a schematic view of inside the skin cells. The skin cells contains these filaggrin molecules that are broken down when the environment in the cell contains little water. And when the filaggrin molecules is broken down, it turns into these smaller molecules known as natural moisturizing factors, also known as NMFs. And these create a osmotic pressure that keeps the water inside the cell. And when the cell contains enough water, then the filaggrin molecules are in a more stable state and therefore will not be broken down. Now that we know about the skin's natural ability to regulate itself based on the water in the environment, we'll take a look at how moisturizers work and how they can help when this natural ability is not enough. And as I told you earlier, the moisturizers contains these three ingredients. And we'll start with humectant. Humectant are molecules that works by attracting water and thereby hydrating the upper layer of the skin. Now the next ingredient we'll take a look at are emollients. They function to fill in the gaps that are formed from the dead skin cells that are caused by the dry environment. And so its main function is to help to recreate this barrier that we talked about earlier. And the last ingredient is an occlusive agent that is made from fat, which is hydrophobic by nature, meaning that it doesn't mix well with water. And this final fat layer functions as an extra barrier to minimize water escape from the skin. And so these three ingredients works together by the humectant attracting the water and the emollient and occlusive agents helping to keep the water inside of the skin. Now that covers everything for this video. I hope you learned something and thank you for watching. And please consider joining the Discord server if you'd like to.